back. Now, the lovely Jay is back. Now, Jay, before we have the Short King come on, share a little bit more about some of these things I'm going to ask you. And the Short King is watching. Share with us this. When was your last relationship?
That was 8 years ago.
Okay. Since that had ended, have you been dating? Have you just been solo dolo? How's that been?
Um, Dating here and there, but more just discovering myself, taking myself on trips, and just really learning more about myself.
That's beautiful. Okay, but now you're at a point where it's like, I'm ready for love. I'm ready to find a real one.
Yeah, I'm 28, so it's like maybe that would be best before 30. I don't know.
It could be. It could be. You never know. You don't want to rush love. You want things to just transpire naturally. I think I'm going to ask you a few more questions. Then we're going to bring the king on. Have you ever been married?
No, I haven't been married.
Okay. Would you like to be married in the future?
Yes. I think I would take a long time to get married, to be honest. I'm kind of like an engaged girl. Like I would want to know it's serious, but marriage can be down the line. Just because, to be honest, it's more financial. I like to save my money for traveling, so that's a huge expense that I'm kind of just like pushing back.
Yes, makes a lot of sense. Now, do you have any children?
Oh no, I don't. Okay, that's yeah. I don't want kids.
Don't want kids. Okay, okay. Well, with that being said, let's bring the Short King in. He's just going to introduce himself. The fans may know who this is, Jay, because this is a real one, and we appreciate him and all that he has to offer. So here's one of our real ones. Even his name, he put in Short King Champion. We didn't tell him to do that. But brother, how you doing?
I'm blessed, highly favored, man.
Amen to that. Share with this lovely lady in the world your name, your age, and what you do.
So my name is Darrel. I'm 28 years old. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I am a behavior therapist.
Okay. Now, Jay, I saw your face. What age do you think he said?
Did you say 20, right?
He does
28.
that.
Sorry, I'm
Oh,
so
I thought you said
Hey,
20. I was
he
scared.
does that all the time, and I've been telling that brother, you got 28, like the number
Hey.
28 something.
You look really young, so that's good.
Yeah.
Black
Black don't crack.
So, Darrel, share with this lovely lady what makes you a real one.
Honestly, just piggybacking off kind of what you were saying, just looking for something more serious, something more long term. Most importantly, just looking for somebody to travel with. I travel. I mean, I like traveling from places. I've been to Japan with my uncle. I've been to Hong Kong, and my dad was in the Navy. So I've been multiple places. So traveling is like a big thing for me. But as far as the question goes, I'm just somebody who's there for the long run, not here to play games, not here to, just talk my shit per se, but just really looking for something stable.
Looking for a real one. What would you say again? Are you looking for in a real one?
Somebody who's very transparent. And what I mean by transparent, somebody who is not trying to friend zone somebody, but actually is looking for something serious. I got to stress that as much as possible because somebody will come in and they'll be like, hey, look, I want to get to know you. And then they'll just kind of like friend zone you automatically. I'm looking for something that's more so serious. So somebody who's actually with what I'm on. So
Okay. In relationships, there are heartbreakers, deal breakers, red flags. What's something you wouldn't tolerate, Darrel, in a relationship?
liars, that's a big thing. If you lie, that you can't have no trust. I mean, once somebody shows you who you are, believe them. So you definitely have to have that trustworthy partner. Accountability.
Accountability. All right. Any others essential, or those are the key?
You gotta be transparent. If you're not transparent, I don't know what to tell you. 'Cause I'm
Okay.
gonna be transparent with you. So,
Okay. Finally, what do you like to do for fun?
well, as you know, I do music on the side as well. I also am a musician. I recently just finished another song. I'm about to release it on Spotify and Apple. So, I'm working on that pretty soon. In my spare time, I like to do like auditions for like The Voice, American Idol, things like that. I like to cook, and again, I like to travel. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. And Jay makes music too, Darrel. I don't know if you heard that. She's a very
Okay.
talented artiste. So let me do this just so Jay can get even more excited, maybe at the King she might be appearing at. How tall are you?
I'm 5'4". Why you smile like that, Pointer?
I want Jay to be happy. So she just said that's a-okay. So Jay, you've heard from this King. Do you have a question for him?
How did you feel about my no kids answer?
At the end of the day, it's a woman's body. If you don't want them, you don't want them. I'm not. I gotta be respectful of that. A woman's body is definitely a virtue for them. So I'm not going to push something on somebody that they don't want or pressure anybody in something that they don't want. Kids would be great, but like I said again, I want to make sure that that person is confident and happy with themselves as well. So it's not a deal breaker. So don't worry, it's not a deal breaker. It is what it is. I understand some people just want to be with that partner and kind of not have to worry about more mouths to feed. So, like you said, traveling is expensive. So if you want to travel a lot, that's something that you got to have in check before, do anything else. So, but yeah.
Okay, valid. Now, Jay, I want to ask you: is there a key reason besides traveling why you don't want children?
Oh, I never felt like I was motherly, to be honest. I don't feel like I have that instinct. I am good with young kids, but I'm not good with babies.
Okay.
To carry a baby, they always cry when I hold them. So I don't have that natural instinct. And I just feel like not everyone's meant to be a mother. And I'm really happy not being a mother.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Valid. Now, Jay asked a question. Darrel, do you have a question for her?
Where do you live?
I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, okay. I got some family out there in El Paso, Mesquite, Plano. So I got some family out there. Okay.
Where are you
Oh.
based?
I'm in LA. So not
Oh,
far. Not far, Plane rides aren't an issue. It's not an issue.
Both of you like to travel. Both of you like
Pointer
to
knows.
travel.
I can make plans within 2 weeks. He already knows.
So, let me go for one of my questions. I'll ask the both of you. Jay, you talked about your last relationship. Darrel, when was your last relationship? So Jay
That's
has an
that's,
idea.
that's that feels like cobwebs right there. Maybe two years ago. It's
Mm.
cobwebs right there.
Okay. Okay. Now, what I'll ask the both of you this. This is something we ask in person. It always gets a little exciting. I'll go with Darrel first. Darrel, what's something your ex would say is a negative about you and a positive about you?
I don't know when to shut up. That's a negative. I don't know when to shut up. And I'll give that. I'll talk your ear off till you're blue in the face. So,
Okay.
but other than that, I mean, a positive. I'm a great listener. I definitely am big on um, transfer of feelings, feeling how you feel, and vice versa.
Hmm.
So definitely make sure I'm having that good communication skills. So communication is a big key.
Okay. Now, Jay, what would you say? I know it was, a minute ago, but what would you say your ex would say is a negative about you and a positive?
negative. I like to always be right.
Alpha
I
female.
definitely like, yeah, I definitely like to get my way. A lot of it's just I just think I'm really smart. So I feel like women are better decision makers. So unfortunately, that's that's just the truth. Um, you want me to go positive? Sorry.
Yeah. Let's get some positive.
Oh,
Let's make people smile. Yeah.
I Um, I put my 100 into everything I do, I feel like. So, whether that's soccer, whether that's my career, relationships, friendships, I go all in. I'm really, really like empathetic and sympathetic and know how to take care of the needs when it comes to like people's mental health and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Wait, did she say she plays soccer?
Yeah.
I need to learn how to play soccer. I don't know how to play soccer.
Are you willing to be a
I'm not
coach,
great.
Jay? Are you willing to teach?
Ooh, it's a little embarrassing once people first start out because it's like a natural talent, I feel like.
If I have to fall on my butt a couple of times, then that's okay. It's all right. I like
No, that's
watching it,
cool.
but I ain't never played it before. I love watching it though.
Oh, okay. What's your team then?
Manchester United.
Nice. That's a good choice.
What's yours, Jay?
Which is funny. I actually don't like to watch soccer. I think it's a little too slow. I like to play, but I don't like to watch. I'm more of a tomboy. I like my basketball and football.
Who's your
Hmm.
football team?
49ers.
Okay, all right. Basketball.
Spurs, because San Antonio.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. We're asking each other questions. Let me do this one, and then we're going to check in and see what we're thinking. Love
Mhm.
language. Let's start with the queen. What is your love language or love languages, Jay?
Affirmations. Definitely, a lot of it's just insecurity of being how I was grown up and stuff. But just being told I'm beautiful and just checking in with each other.
Hmm. Interesting. Darrel, your love language?
Mine's my big thing is acts of service. I do a lot of helping out the homeless out here, working with kids with autism, just giving back to the community. That's been a big thing that's been instilled in me. My family are big on hospitality to minister, so that's like a big thing that has been instilled. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Do you think those love languages that you have could collaborate and cooperate in a romantic setting?
I mean, I think so. I mean, like she said, words of affirmation. I mean, every woman should be told that they're beautiful. I mean, I find myself doing that on day to days. If I see somebody sitting down at the bus stop or where I'm at right now in USC, if I see somebody and they're having a bad day, I'll tell them, hey, look, and nobody told you today, you look good today. You never know if they might need to hear that. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm big on that. You know, even myself, I tell myself every day, you're fine as shit. You know, I gotta tell myself that. You know,
Somebody
if
got to tell you.
nobody else gonna tell me, I gotta tell myself.
Jay might tell you at the right time, maybe. Now, Jay, do you
But
think those love languages, words of affirmation, and acts of service can, collaborate?
Yeah, I just realized. So I receive affirmations, but I'm not a giver in affirmation. I'm a giver in how do you say it? What's the gift one?
Giving and receiving of gifts?
oh, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm.
I'm. That's how I treat other people.
Now, that
That's
is
okay.
a
You
very
gotta tell.
valid
You don't
point.
gotta tell me I look good. I know I look good. You ain't gotta tell me I look good. I know I look good.
So you're okay, Darrell, with your queen not telling you look good. You'll tell her if she doesn't say it back, you just gonna be all right.
I'm good. Like this is, you know, the point is to make them happy. Like she said, women more so want to feel that secureness, that the self confidence too as well. So you have to build your queen up once in a
Mm.
while, you know. So I think that's a big thing that any relationship needs is just making sure your queen knows that she's loved, but most important that she knows she looks good. So I don't need it as much. I mean, we're guys. We don't really need it as much. So
Yeah. Let me go for an essential well, let me throw it to y'all. Then I have a very important question because I don't like to delay a connection. I don't like to waste people's times. I got Lloyd waiting to come back. He was dancing back
Big
there. I got
Lloyd.
CC I want to check back in with. But let me see if Jay has another question for Darrell.
Oh, um, everything's been good so far.
Good, Darrell. You're doing good.
Oh, why are you in LA? Like, were you born there? Are you because of the
I
music
so
scene?
I originally came out here for acting. I do it on the. I moved out here originally for acting, and then I started working 9 to 5 jobs, and I ended up getting a job working as a behavior therapist. So just here, you know, I eventually want to move. Texas is actually one of the places I want to move to, Katy, Texas. So I'm looking for spaces out there right now. So
Does that work for you, Jay?
Yeah, I actually, before I bought a house, I wanted to move to LA for modeling and stuff like that. But I ended up deciding like I rather just travel to these places just because San Antonio is a very affordable city. And so I want to build up my wealth before I settle down anywhere else. So,
Mm. So is there a
after
chance you'd go back to LA, Jay?
sorry.
Is there a chance you'd go to LA?
Yeah, I would love to go there. I've been there a couple times when I was younger, but I'd love to go back.
Okay. Someone's sound is tripping. I don't know if that's. I don't think it's mine. Let me make sure.
Oh, okay,
Darrell,
that
it
was.
might be yours. I think Jay is good. Jay is set.
it might have been mine because I got my Bluetooth, so it might have been mine.
Okay. Maybe it's
Oh,
okay. Okay. Jay, let me go to Darrell. Darrell, you have a question for Jay before I ask an essential.
No, I was gonna say I kind of did mine reverse. I should have went somewhere more affordable first, then more expensive. So I'm
Mm.
trying to go back to more affordable first, and then go. So, but yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, Jay said something great. She said everything's been sounding good so far. Let me go for a crazy one. Darrell, I need you to listen up because you might have been logged off. This queen said she is what type of female, Jay? You are an
alpha female,
alpha female. Okay. She said, Darrell, this is what she said now. She said she's looking for what kind of man, Jay?
submissive male.
She's looking for a brother that's a little submissive. Okay. Now, Darrell, I want you to ponder on that. You might even want to say a little prayer, take it to the king. What do you think, Darrell? How would that work for you? Her
So
thing. Yeah. What do you think?
I have had a partner who was kind of more so like more dominant. I've had a partner that was dominant before. Uh, Sometimes you gotta, you know, happy life, happy wife. Sometimes you gotta take the other role. I'm not opposed to it. Me, I'm still kind of like a go with the flow kind of person. So I'm not saying I'm not for it, and I'm not saying I'm not against it. So it's just however it flows. So I'm not picky, honestly. I'm not.
How does that answer work for you, Jay?
It was
I'm
good
not
up
picky.
until I'm not picky. That's a little
I mean,
desperate, but I'll go with it.
not it's okay, not in the sense of being desperate, but I kind of like the alpha role. So I mean, I've never really had a female who was like hard dominant. they were kind of dominant, but they still were that girly girl. I know you mentioned, you said you have your tomboyish moments too, which I get it. Basketball shoes on in the daytime, heels on at night. I get it. So I really didn't have that. She knew when to be dominant and when not to be. So it's a little different for me, but I'm willing to try.
Okay. Okay. Jay said that kind of works for her. You know, don't we ain't desperate out here. You know, we
Right.
ain't desperate. Okay. Well, okay. This is an essential, and I hate not asking it. Sometimes I'm forgetting. Sometimes, especially here virtually, religion. Let's start with religion. I want to start with Jay. Jay, does religion play a part in your life?
Um, yes, but I'm very open-minded. I'm half Latina, so I was raised Catholic. I go to a predominantly Black church, which all of us are different religions, Baptist, Presbyterian, all of it.
Non-denominational.
So non-denominational, yeah.
It's technically a Baptist church, but we just all come together.
Well, that's how heaven will be. There are no denominations in heaven, so amen.
Right.
Okay.
And but I like, if I were not to choose my religion, even though I love God and I believe Him, I really love Buddhism.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
if I wasn't born with Catholicism, that's what I should have said. I would have probably looked into Buddhism.
and like you said, you're open to dating a partner of almost any faith. Do they have to have some religion, spirituality? Could they be an atheist? How does that work?
Not necessarily, as long as they're not projecting it on me.
Okay. Okay. Before I swing it to Darrell, I have to shout out Cheryl. Cheryl, I love you. A little nicer lunch pointer steak, maybe. Hallelujah. Haven't had a steak in too long. Thank you, Cheryl. You are a real one. This is why Pointer does it, so he can get steak dinners. No, I do it for the real ones. But thank you, Cheryl. I love you. Let's swing it to Darrell. Darrell, my short king champion. Does religion play a part in your life?
Like she said, I was born in a non-denominational church, so we have Jewish, Baptist. My dad's side is Catholic, so I've been to mass with grandma. I've done it all. I've went from Islam, went back to Christianity, so it's not a big factor. Like you said, I wouldn't push it on you, just like you wouldn't push it on me. But as long as we both believe there's somebody up there, that's all that matters. So.
Wow. Okay, and last one before I ask some final essentials. Politics. It could determine a relationship. It really can. Let's start with Jay. Jay, do politics play a part in your life? Do you want a political partner? Are you political?
I want a political partner. I'm not saying they have to be perfect and know every single thing of Republicans or Democrats, etc., but at least kind of know what's going on in the news.
Okay. And Darrell, how does that work for you?
Same here. I kind of try to stay up in the news. I try to kind of keep myself in knowledge, in the know of everything that's going on. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't go either way, really. I just whoever's best fits. But yeah, I'm not really picky on politics.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to delay a connection because I want Lloyd back. I have a beautiful queen who just tapped in, possibly to talk to a real one. So my question, let's just cut the nonsense. Well, y'all have been engaging in nonsense, but I like to cut right to the chase. Darrell, is Jay someone that is your type?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. Jay, is Darrell someone that's your type?
I'm going to be blunt, just like you like it. I love that you're short. I love literally all your answers. Like, I feel like we really blend really well with our personalities. I'll be honest and say you're not my physical type. But, I will say culturally, I do lean towards Asian and Hispanics, but I put personality over everything first. So I just wanted to be blunt about that. So yes, you're my type.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay. Well, my final question for both of you, I will start with Darrell. Darrell, do you think this could be? This is the first time I'm asking you this. We've got to this.
Really
stage.
is the first time. It's been a long time.
Darrell, do you think this could be a real one connection?
Absolutely.
Okay. Jay, do you think this could be a real one connection?
Absolutely.
Wow. Clap it up in the comments. Hey. We got a real one connection.
Hey.
I want to cry, Darrell. I took my glasses. Darrell, I don't want to cry, my brother. I'm so proud of you, a beautiful young lady. And I'm hoping that it all works out. So what I'm going to do, I need y'all both to DM the account that reached out to you, and we want to help sponsor something, perhaps, even if it's just a virtual. Some people do virtual dates. During Zoom, people were getting Starbucks together and stuff like that. Sponsor us, Starbucks, please. So Jay, Darrell, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got a real one. Okay? I love that. And Darrell, you kind of, to Jay's to Jay's love and joy. Darrel, you kind of look Asian. Okay, just like a darker skin. We good out
Everybody
here.
says
We good out
you're
here.
not the first person to say that, man.
We
You're
good
the
out
first
here.
person.
I'm so excited. Wow. Okay. Well, y'all go, connect, talk. Darrel, you see Jay's IG. So you slide in right now.
will.
You don't need no baby oil. You just slide on in them DMs and you make it happen. I'm sorry, y'all.
No Diddy, man. No Diddy, man.
It was scaring me. All right, y'all go do your thing. Y'all go do your thing. Love the both of y'all. Wow, y'all go
Thank
connect.
you.
Oh my goodness. Well, folks, you never know what you're gonna get on this show. Goodness, I think it was all because of Cheryl. I think it was all because of Cheryl, and she blessed Pointer. She blessed